Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Flosstube 64. My name is Candace and this is my channel about cross stitch. Sometimes there's some quilting, sometimes there's some knitting. I have a tiny little bit of knitting and no quilting this week. So if you are new here, thanks for stopping by to check out my channel. And if you're returning, thanks for coming back to visit with me and see what I've worked on this week. I have worked on quite a few different projects this week. I am doing Stitch What I Want in September, and I decided this weekend that I really wanted to have fun with some of the challenges in the Sane Stitchers group. So I am doing Stitch Manji, which is like Jumanji, kind of like a board game, and then Domino Effect, Crazy Domino Effect. So in Crazy Domino Effect, you have to link your projects and you have to have at least 10 whips to be able to link. So I've been having fun with that one. Let's see, I think I'll just start with my knitting whip since it's right here in front of me. This is the Weekender Light by Andrea Mowry. And I am using Stroll Tweed and Barn Door Heather from Knit Picks. So this week I finished the front ribbing and connected the front and the back. So I have a sweater starting. So this is the bottom. Now with this sweater I'm actually knitting it inside out. So let me flip it around so you can see what it's going to look like. So the front is actually going to be a purl, which is normally a back, like an inside of a sweater. And then the knit stitches are usually the outside of a sweater. This one's different. So there will be a center running up the front and the back. This is the back. And then that's the front. So there's the front little detail that'll go up the center. So it's connected. My cable is actually a little bit too long, so I'm going to put it on a shorter cable, only because it's it stretches it a little bit tight when I knit in the round. But I love this so far, and I love the fact that we are doing it inside out, because knit stitches are a lot faster than purl stitches, at least for me. So I'm excited that we're knitting this inside out because then I don't have to purl an entire sweater. So that's where I'm at on this one. I know it looks tiny right now, but it blocks out bigger. So that was my knitting that I worked on. And I just have to remember to put these back in there. These are the smaller ones for the ribbing, so I believe I'll need these for the sleeves as well when I get to that point. The sleeves and possibly the neckband, maybe. But yeah, right now I just have this in a little, it's like a little toiletry bag that I got at, I don't know, Target maybe. Because it fits in here right now, so. Okay. Now, what have I worked on since you saw me last Wednesday? Well, for one thing, I am sitting in my chair today. It's still a mess behind me. I obviously have not worked on anything down here. There's some fabric on the back of my chair, you know. So, after I saw you guys, I pulled out Halloween Cat from Satsuma Street. And here is where I was last time. And here's where I am now. So you'll notice that the top of the hat is gone because I ripped it all out. It was only down to about here. So it wasn't a ton of stitches, but I had used 2 strands of anchor and I had used Sulky Blendable for the moon. I decided to do an entire Sulky conversion for this. Now, I have no problem sharing my conversion, but right now it's a tentative conversion. Once I see the colors next to each other as I'm stitching them, something might need to change a little, but for now, I pulled the colors that are closest to what the DMC is called for. So what I did for Mr. Kitty Cat, I'm using one strand of Sulky Black and one strand of Anchor, and it fills in so much more nicely. It's just so much better doing it that way. This is a 28 count from Be Stitch Me in Anemone, and it's a Jobelin. So it's funny because I watched Chris cross stitch today, and he said the same thing about Jobelin, is that it's not his favorite and he's having a hard time stitching on it. I think with Jobelin, the weave is just so loose. Like, the spaces aren't any farther apart than a regular Lugana, but I don't know what it is. The weave is so loose that my stitches don't look as good as I would like them to look, but I love this fabric. So I worked on him. I don't remember how many stitches I put in. It's written down. Well, it's written down on Facebook because of the groups, but unless it's full coverage, I don't track my stitches, or if I'm using it for the Take a Hike challenge in Semi-Sane, I'll count my stitches for that. But I don't even have a project bag for this guy because I know that I'm gonna fly on this one. Plus I haven't made one yet. That's what that fabric is behind me. Halloween fabric. So that's Halloween Cat by Satsuma Street. And I'm probably going to work on that one tonight. I don't know. I just love it. All right, so the next one, this is from Light Unicorn Designs. This is called Lily 1. That's what it looks like when it's finished. Now, because of the extremely high stitch count on this one, I decided to do it 1/1 on 32 count. Here is where I was last time. And this is on a 32 count Lotus Lugana. And here's where I am now. It's so pretty. So that is a lot of $8.93. It's a lot. I want to say I crossed over 5,000 stitches on this now. It blows my mind that I can stitch something like this from Pattern Keeper 1/1 on 32 count, so the stitches are teeny tiny, and I didn't need to grid it. I was just so surprised that I was able to count, and of course, don't get me wrong, there's a mistake or two in here. But with the colors of the lily, you're not going to be able to tell if I have a stitch or two in the wrong place. So this is a project that I'm going to put up in our wedding area, our wedding wall. My husband does not know about this one yet. I've been working on this one in secret. So I'm very excited. And the fabric is a little more purple than it's showing. It's a little washed out. I don't know if it'll... It darkens up a little bit, but it kind of looks great. It's really pretty though. It's really pretty light purple color. So, yeah. So that is Lily 1. Light Unicorn Designs is on Etsy. You can find them there. She has, I should not assume, they have a ton of amazing charts. And I know that Stitching Moon, I think that's her name, Stitching Moon. She's doing Camera 2 from Light Unicorn Designs. So I will link her below. She just posted an update video a couple days ago, I think. My next one that I worked on was a new start because it was It's on my Whipco board. If you don't know what Whipco is, it's a Jessie Marie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff started Whipco, and it's something that starts at the beginning of the year, and you put your whips on a like bingo board, and as she calls out numbers, you focus on those projects to help you kind of get some progress on things that you may not pick up normally. So this was a new start on my Whipco board. This is Celebrate Autumn from Madame Chantilly. And of course, like I did on Celebrate Christmas, yeah, that's the other one that I'm working on. I converted the colors that have the most, like the oranges, the reds, the greens, the grays. I converted those to hand-dyed floss that I had in my stash. So since this was the new start, I don't have a before picture, but this is on a 32 count Artemis Lugana from Bestitch Me. I apologize for nail polish. We had a wedding on Friday, and my nail polish is all starting to like peel off. Thanks, OPI. So here's where I got. Working on an owl. Let me bring him in a little bit. So this fabric is a little bit darker than the one on the cover of the chart, but I did plan my colors accordingly. My grays are a little bit darker, so they'll show up. So I've been working on an owl. And my goal for this, aside from it being a new start, is to do the top tray, just like I did for Celebrate Christmas. So I don't think it's going to take me long on this one to do the top tray, because there's the top tray right there. There's not a ton on it. I mean, those leaves are going to take no time. Those apples are going to be quick. Filling in that cup and the cider is probably what'll take the longest, but that's really, you know, once it's outlined, it's quick to fill in. So it'll just be a lot of stitches since those charts are not small. All right, the next one I worked on, and you guys may laugh at this, and I would not blame you, but the next one I worked on is Fox and Friend from Teresa Kogut. This is a stitch along with Laura. She is not a Flosstuber, but I did meet her at StitchCon, the 2021 StitchCon, and we both purchased this chart and we started this together. I know she hasn't really had a lot of chances to work on it. You know, school starting, work's busy. I haven't either, but I did get a bunch of border stitching done. So this is fabric that I got from, oh my gosh, I'm making a mess. From StitchCon. It's Fiber on a Whim. The color's Parchment. And it's an 18 count Ada. So here's where I was last time. And it's so funny because I have to look at it and go, okay, where am I? Ha, there we go. Nah, there's where it is now. So, I mean, really, you know, it's a lot of border stitching. That's what I've been doing. But I do have, there's 3 rows done up here, 3 rows done on this side, 2.5 and 2. So it's, I mean, it's a lot of stitches. It's a couple hundred stitches just going around once, but working on the border. All the rest will be the fun stuff. So I just got to get this border part done. And I mean, that'll be fun too, this curved area of the border. So right now it's super easy. I can just watch TV and stitch in a giant square. Okay, get these back in my bag. And that was one of those projects that I used for challenges. All right, next up, hands-on design, If Pumpkins Could Fly. I love this chart. Kathy Haberman is a genius. So I am using I just picked up my needle from another project with my magnet. I forgot. Oh, 32 count tea leaves from Color and Cotton. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. Here's where I was last time. And I know I said last week that I could not put this thing down, and it's true. I thought I was going to have it done, though, and then I got sidetracked this weekend. So there's where it is now. I only have the banners that say boo and the back stitching on the pumpkin, like the stem and leaves. There's back stitching on those. But that's it right there. So I think I'm going to work on this one today too. I'm so excited though. I love the way it looks. I cannot wait for it to be done. This is a stitch along with Crystal from Crystal Row, who hit 1,000 subscribers. Woohoo! And OG Stitchery, Tracy. Tracy is still under 1,000, but they are, Tracy finished. Tracy from OG Stitchery is done. So Crystal and I are busting our booties to catch up with her. So I just saw hers on Instagram yesterday or the day before that she had just finished it. So if you're curious about the projects with this, oh, and EJ from Sane Stitchers, I always try and say it so fast and it does not come out right. She's working on it as well. So the hashtag that you can look for is Flying Pumpkin Sal, S-A-L, to see more of these guys and see where everybody's at. So, and I did convert the flosses on this one. I think I went over them the last 2 weeks, but if you can't find it, let me know and I will list them out for you. Okay, next I worked on Madame Chantilly Iced Lemonade. So I'm doing this chart. Eventually I'll do all 3 of them, but right now I'm doing this one. And I do remember what the first prompt was for this one, and it was something with ice in Stitchmanji. It's like ice or rocks, I think is what I landed on. So this is on a Fabric Flare 28 count. Hazy gray. At the top where it shows what it is all like frayed. So I had to really think about it because the only part of the word that shows is the very, very bottom where it says hazy gray. So here's where I was last time. And hopefully, I'm going to fold this in half, so hopefully it'll be pretty easy to see. And here's where I am now. Oh, I know that white is so hard to see. All right. Let me fold my little fox down there. So I finished the picture. There's 2 more leaves that needed to go in the picture. I finished the slice of lemon, put some of the yellow in, did the entire mason jar, all of the white for the mason jar and the straw. So there was a lot of stitching put into this weekend. I know I changed the color for Lemonade. I made it just a little bit brighter, but otherwise everything is as charted. So, so yeah, I did not think I was going to pull that out the rest of this year, but I did. And I think I got probably about 700 stitches in on it this weekend. Okay, and then I worked on 2 full coverage pieces. I got little hairs everywhere. So this is Mini Dark Goddess from Cavalaris. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm doing this on a 25 count easy grid. Love easy grid. So I was doing this cross country. Here's where it was before. And decided that I was going to switch to diagonals on this one because I think it would make me go a little bit faster on it. So here's where I am now. So I was working a lot in here and a little bit up here because the diagonal is right in this area. So I know it's hard to tell. There is so much confetti in this area with this flower. I kept looking at the chart going, oh, that's a lot of confetti. So it is coming along slow and steady. Then the other one I worked on, I needed something with snow. I think that's what it was. So this is Mini Home for the Winter. And this is by Lucy Pittaway. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I apparently have some pet hair on here. This is where it was before. And I did 702 stitches. And there's where I am now. So I know it is hard to tell, but a lot of this got done. A little bit of this, but a lot of this. That is all 2 different colors of a load of confetti. So you can see those are white stitches right there. That's the end of the diagonal right there. For 702 stitches, I used 3865 and 747 maybe? I don't know. It's like the lightest blue. That's that whole section that I worked on right there. It's a lot. So this is a 25 count Ivory Lugana, and I decided to try just putting the dots in instead of gridding it. And I used a friction pen, so the heat will make the ink disappear. But I had gone from using purple, because then you could see the purple through my clouds. So I started using blue for the next couple rows. So we'll see. I mean, they're going to disappear. I'm not concerned about that. I just want to be able to look at it and not see the dots through it. So that's Mini Home for the Winter. Those are my whips this week. Or as Pam and Steph would say, those are the whips of the week. I only have one item that came in the mail, and it is my Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornaments 2021 holiday issue. So I did flip through, and oh, I don't think they have it in this one. Usually on the back page they have pictures of those are the regular issues though. There's a lot of ornaments in here, so I can understand that. But I'm sure someone somewhere has done a flip through of this. There is nothing in here that is singing to me to be stitched. So I'm going to do a giveaway for this after I get back from Mexico. Because we leave for Mexico next Thursday. So I don't want to, you know, try and give it away now and then not be able to get it mailed out because I'm gone for an entire week. So my video when I get back from Mexico, we'll do a giveaway for, at least for this. And maybe more, I don't know. We'll see. But for this, at least, it'll be, let's see, the 29th of September. I believe is a Wednesday. If that's correct, that's when I'll give this away. So that was really the only thing I got in the mail. I did get a lot of the recycling taken out though. So it's not quite as messy as it was. But my sister-in-law is coming next week. I need to get some cleaning done. As far as plans go, I want to work on Halloween Cat. And it's still, this is Stitch What I Want September for me. So I do want to work on Halloween Cat. I want to finish If Pumpkins Could Fly. And then I'm just going to kind of keep rolling with the challenges and seeing what kind of prompts. The next one that I have for Crazy Domino Effect, the next project that I link to my previous one is going to have to be 800 stitches. So I'm not going to use If Pumpkins Could Fly because it's not 800 stitches. But I'm sure I can link something to Mini Home for the winter. I have other projects that are winter themed that I could use. But whatever I do pick is going to need to have 800 stitches put in on it. So that's a lot. That will not be done in one night. Let's see. Quick life update. Aside from the Mexico trip next week, my kids started back on the swim team yesterday. It was Labor Day weekend here in the U.S. My husband took the kids to his mom's for Saturday and Sunday. We had a wedding on Friday. I imbibed on entirely too much wine, so I did not go with them. I was not feeling the greatest on Saturday morning. Took a really, really nice extended nap and was feeling much better after that. But my own fault. So I did get a lot of stitching done on Saturday night and on Sunday because they didn't come back till Sunday night. So got a lot of stitching done. I got nothing else done. Like the dogs didn't get, he left the dogs here with me, which was totally fine. Dogs didn't get baths, which they desperately needed. The animals were fed, they were pet, they were happy, but I didn't do anything else. Just ate and stitched. It's really, really nice. So I don't know if I'm going to get any sewing done either before we go to Mexico. We'll see. But right now I can't leave the tiny dog alone, who is 11 months old. No, he's going to be a year old in a week and a half. Wow, he's going to be 1. So he still likes to chew on all the things, even with the millions of things we have purchased for the dogs to chew on. So I had to put him in his crate because I know if I recorded and then went upstairs, there would be something of mine that I really, really liked that would be chewed apart. So he's very resourceful into getting into stuff. So yeah, I can't leave them alone upstairs. I can leave Bella alone, but I can't leave Roscoe without being crated and come down here and sew. It's just not going to happen. So I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to do some stitching after I get out of my work clothes. And that's all I got. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I will record on Wednesday when I get out of work, and then we fly out on Thursday morning. So my video after that will not be until the next, no. Maybe I'm not going to record on the 29th. I don't know. We'll see how much stitching I actually get done on vacation. I don't think it's going to be much. I think I am going to take my sweater with me, though, because that is the easiest stitching ever. The entire body for 15 inches is just knitting in the round. And when I hit those, the center of the back and the center of the front, I do a quick, either a purl or slip one with yarn in front. It alternates each row. Super easy airplane stitching. So we'll see. But I will see you guys next week. I've just discovered a needle that probably fell off one of my projects because it's sitting right here. There we go. Oh, there it is. It goes with this one. Let's make sure. Yep. There it is. It goes on the kitty cat. I will see you guys next week. Now I'm just babbling. Bye.